Hey there guys, Stowo here. Today what I got for you is a series of masks based on the Acme DuoSeal. Unfortunately, not a lot is known about the DuoSeal's history, so we're gonna have to skip that part. However, it can be reasonably guessed that these were a later product, given that they were sold by Scott after the Scott purchase of Acme, but when they started being sold, that's probably around the 50s to 60s. I don't have a default DuoSeal here to show you today, but we do have this, the Scape Easy, which is very, very close to the default. The only real difference is the original DuoSeal doesn't have this filter support strap. So yeah, why don't we just jump right into the mask, starting out with the Scape Easy. As you can see, it's essentially just an oronasal cup with a port right in the center. That is a 25mm thread, and this whole assembly in the front is the same as on the Acme number 6. Yep, as you can see, the Acme number 6 is on the left here with that same ring valve, and the Escape Easy on the right. And on the top of the assembly there, you've got a little label telling you what mask this is. Over here on the side, we've got a really cool feature that I wanted to show off before I show you the head harness. It's these little rubber, I guess outcrops, really. You see, this mask was made to be easily adaptable to many different use cases. Easily adaptable on the manufacturing side. So these little rubber outcrops act as the, areas where all sorts of different accessories would be placed, whether it be ports or comms pass-throughs, as we'll see on the next two examples. But moving on to the head harness, we've got, a 5-point head harness. This is unique to the Scape Easy. Normal DuoSeals just have these straps. The Scape Easy adds this one here because the filter for this thing, which I don't have here to show you today, is huge and definitely needs the extra support. And the back of the head harness is rather simple. Instead of having a head pad, it just comes together like that. But that's pretty much all I want to show you on the exterior, so we'll move on to the interior. It is rather simple, being just an oronasal cup. As you can see, there is your inlet valve, which is connected to your 25mm threads. I believe those are 25mm. And then you've got your exhale valve down there. And the peripheral seal is just overturned rubber. It's all just very simple. Next up is what these things actually came in. They were originally sealed in these quite nice looking cans with these blue tops. This one's been cut out at the bottom. And I'll just slowly rotate this thing around so you can pause it. I'll actually focus in on the instructions really quick. And that's pretty much all there is to say about the Scape Easy. Next, I'm going to show you the Aircrew version of the DuoSeal. And so here it is. It's not on a head because I don't really trust this one to go on a head. So as you can see, this is pretty similar in layout to the normal DuoSeal and the Scape Easy I showed you earlier, with the port being right in the front there. That's also where the exhale valve is, which is the same Acme number 6 style valve. A notable difference, though, is the mask is made out of brown rubber or rubber-like material, and the straps are also this kind of tan. I don't think that's discoloration. The plastic is also in this kind of beige color, and so is this little doodad, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm sure they made these in other colors, but I have personally not seen one. Another difference is the addition of a new inlet valve on the right side. And also on this example, they drop the Acme name in favor of Scott Aviation. On the left side, you've got what I referred to as a comms pass-through earlier, but it's really just a microphone, as you can see on the inside. It leads to this cord, and that plugs into presumably some sort of communications gear like a radio or headset or something. And then you've got this, which is your push-to-talk, which just has a little button there. The head harness is, as I mentioned earlier, 4-point and is riveted in place. The straps connect to each other with these little hooks and these loops, and it's, well, bolt straps. Moving on to the interior of this one, you can see that it doesn't have an inlet valve where the first one did. Then on the left side, there's your microphone, and on the right, there's your inlet valve. And with that, we'll move on to the next DuoSeal. And this one really puts the Duo in DuoSeal because it's got twin filters. And with this one, you lose the Acme No. 6 style exhale valve in favor of a completely new one. You've also got Scott DuoSeal written on the top there. And here's all three of those labels side by side. This is a chemical cartridge respirator, so it can take a series of different filters for different threats. This one is for organic vapors. Here, I'm just going to turn it around so you can take a look. Yep, and that's the inlet side. And there is where it feeds into the mask. You'll notice that the threads are incredibly shallow. And the same goes for the male threads. It takes like a twist to unthread and thread these. This head harness is frankly decrepit, but you can still see that the bottom strap has the same hook and loop system as on the aviation version. The top strap, though, is actually just kind of a normal strap with the addition of a crown, which I can't really show off too well because I'm not going to put this on a head. But normally, you see these crowns made out of plastic, like on this MSA thingy, but this one has it made out of fabric. Well, elastic, but you know what I mean. Once again, the interior is simple. It's got the same peripheral seal design. There's your exhale valve, different from the other two, and then you've got a pair of inlet valves. And with that, that's all I wanted to say about the DuoSeal family. So thank you very much to Acme, who let me come over and record this video. I'll leave a link to his Instagram in the description below. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, whenever that is.